about to go down.
It's lovely pass, and there he turns cleverly. Can he find a finish? Oh, he can!
Skill by Joshua, and a return right hand. Good counter right. Bullet is hurt. Second right hand. That clipped him as well. Now he goes in for the kill.
Well, Ricciardo is inching into the lead, and Ricciardo will win the Italian Grand Prix!
Gonzalo running the floor.
Still leading the way with Canada. In there too with the Netherlands.
And Musa makes it 4 goals in 2 World Cup matches.
The Monaco Grand Prix! Ricciardo triumphant in Monza.
Through Bowden Barrett and an early touch and an excellent.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Taking another twist as the sports ministry has summoned Musa, Kida and Tijani, Umar to an emergency meeting. That meeting will be coming up on Monday. We're expected to see that the crisis in the NBBF and the NBBF will actually get to be resolved. But still, coming from that one also, players actually staged a massive protest in Abuja just some few hours ago. They're actually on the rampage, calling that Kida must go at this point in time. That's the slogan coming from the players. And we actually got the news that also international players were actually in that particular protest ground. Also, these are many more who come your way today on Sport Orbit. I have with me in the studio Salif Usman, Alpha Cho. My name is Olawale Ayeni, and I'll be your host for today.
It's a pleasure being here.
Of course, Alpha.
Yeah, pleasure to be here. It's always.
At this point in time, the sports ministry has summoned Musa Kida, that is the chairman caretaker committee of the Nigerian Basketball Federation, and also the former president of the Nigerian Basketball Federation, talking about Tijani Umar, to an important meeting that will be coming up in one day in Abuja at this point in time. Crisis, right, left, and center. We thought today we are going to see maybe another development in actually getting to resolve, the leadership crisis, rocking the NBBF. But now we actually saw that players went on rampage and went to protest. As you can see on your screen right there, we are basketball players, not thugs. Kida must go. Salifu, you were there at the protest ground. Can you tell us what really went down there earlier in the earlier hours of today?
Well, it is obvious that all is not well with our basketball, and we hope that things are coming to normalcy by the election is going to be at the end of this month. Now there's a new twist to it, and as you can see that from the background, the players, that is the real actors. The reason why you are a president of Nigeria basketball, the reason why you are a board member of the Nigeria basketball, and the reason why you are the minister of youth and sport is because there's people, the athletes there. So without athletes, they can't be basketball federation, and they cannot be sport ministry. There's no anybody to administer on. So those players are crying and say that no, enough is enough. They have been taking for a very long time, and they cannot more. They are crying most like that for 4 years as well. Most of them, like for instance, they came from the Nigerian custom, play for Nigerian custom. See that he can't hold her hands or allow it to force her into prostitution. That for 4 years he has been sitting without her playing the basketball, and that is the only means of livelihood he have. So if for 4 years he cannot play basketball because of the ineptitude of some certain people, because of selfish of some certain people, he cannot allow the same thing and to wait for another 4 years again for because somebody want to protect himself in an administration of Nigerian basketball. And they are calling that yes, they are demanding that the election being fixed for Edo is trying to be managed, and that the election has already been planned, and they will not allow that election to. If they allow the election to go on in the evening, that means Kida has, according to the allegedly, Kida has for people that they say unless to put themselves back to the board, and they will not allow that to go. They asking the NOC, Nigeria Basketball Federation, the Minister of Youth and Sport, and at the same time, the presidency, if it may be, to intervene and ensure that the election, according to every election was held in Abuja, while taking the basketball home to Benin.
Alpha, none of these, what role does the sports ministry play?
No, I mean, like we said yesterday, I mean, it's good that, there has been a summon given to both Kida and Umar, the, past president. But like we said yesterday, are we saying in all of this crisis that the sport ministry is trying to feign ignorance? Are they not aware of what was going on?
Are they not supervising?
Exactly. So I think this summon for me is more like a face-saving arrangement, because
just to shift focus from the main issue.
Exactly, because I mean, this crisis, if we look back at it, I mean, right from when these girls won the Afro basket since the last time, this crisis have been brewing and nothing has been done. It took the players they had to protest. If the protest by the girls didn't happen, today everything would have gone on in NBBF as if nothing happened. And Kida would have still been gearing up to contest, to go for re-election once again. So I think it's good that the Ministry of Sports has intervened, called someone, but I hope that it won't be just for the sake of making it for the media to know that, okay, we are doing something, we summoned them. And so we want to see results. Because just like Salifu said, just when we thought that, okay, crisis has come to finally come to an end. I just
saw the captain of Kano Pillars.
Yes. Kano Pillars.
Yes. So just when we thought that the crisis in NBBF has come to an end, it looks like a whole kind of ones have been opened once again. Exactly. So the protest took a different turn today. Today he extended not just the Tigers girls protesting, but almost every member of the NBBF was out there on the street protesting against Kida and what he has been doing, the way he has been handling the affairs of the federation in the last 4 years.
Salifu, before I like to speak, stakeholders have already actually come outside and to say that Musa Kida at this point in time should actually shift his ambition of becoming the next NBBF president. Salifu, do you buy into this idea of the stakeholders from sport journalists from different quarters?
Well, actually, if I were his shoe, and if I'm in a position to advise or to enforce any rule, I would suggest that both Kida and Umar, who are the key actors, to step aside.
Exactly.
Allow another fresh body to emerge and let the delegate, let the students select who they want. It's not about ego play, or it's not about hey, I must do. So if Kida and Umar, if genuinely their interest is to develop basketball, they should throw their weight behind whoever they can step in. Go Kida to step aside. Kida, I don't even think Kida even need anybody to advise him. Because if your name is being called every day, every minute, every hour, and not for the good reason, so it's a big disappointment. And just like you say that, yes, I have my reservation about this summon by the ministry for that emergency meeting. Because when you have opportunities to settle the whole matter and to make everything in the form, but you feel
exactly.
So now, what are you? For instance, you call me for a meeting, give the opportunity, but at the end of the day, you won't go in. You are calling me again. What assurance do I have? So the question is that those stakeholders on the other side will not have still believe in the minister that can solve this problem. For instance, if you remember the last month, ministers have a meeting with those two factions, and then we schedule another meeting. Another meeting on the 30th of last month. 30th of last month. Another meeting at the national stadium. That meeting lasted for over 12 hours. And that president after every group, both factions presented their case, and the ministers with the NOC, allegedly according to those who told us that the minister with the NOC president and some of the key officials of the ministry went into a closed door meeting, and at the closed door meeting, they resolved that and give to the fact that you people should go and look at the constitution, point out the green area. Let's solve this problem. What is your growth? And what you see that so that we can make this constitution and that everybody can be on the table. But it took just 24 hours later, the ministry came up with the statement that NBBF already have a constitution backed by FIBA. Kida should be allowed to preside over the election. So to me, honestly, I don't believe in this someone again.
That's what I'm saying.
But this someone now It's not like it's just like it's
exactly.
a face-saving mission
Absolutely.
because you know that the players, almost the players, everybody can see they are on the street of Abuja protesting, calling for you and this and that. And at the same time, there was a video that the players are suffering. So there's many things like that. You're not saying okay, you are somewhere there for another emergency. Emergency is needed for all. So what they need to do, just like you see, and me from my side, let both Umar and Misha Kida should step aside, drop their ambition, and let the delegate and officials choose whoever they believe can give the basketball to them.
Just to let you know, that's Musa Kida, the chairman, committee, the committee chairman.
The committee chairman, sorry, yeah. Caretaker, actually.
Also, the minister denied
Of course, the minister actually came out in a video to actually, I don't know if my producer have that video at this point in time, but the minister actually came out with a video to actually debunk the alleged rumor that the money meant for the Tigers had been shared by the members of the sports ministry and also some officials of the Nigerian Basketball Federation. And he's saying actually that those money are intact in the NBBF account, which is domiciled with the CBN. At this point in time, should short money not be in the account of the NBBF?
No, he's saying that who have the evidence that the money was shared.
What you share, is there any evidence of sharing money? If you share money, if you sit down somewhere and share, if we share money in this place, will there be an evidence? I give you your cut, I give Salif his cut, and we all go home. What evidence is there?
No, but he said that they have a proof and they have evidence that since that money was paid to the account, there's been not a dime have been removed from the money.
Okay, you should actually bring it out. Let Nigerians get to see it that money was not actually moved from that particular account.
But the question I'm asking is that money meant to be there in the account?
That's what we are saying.
It's
That's
not
the
meant to
point.
be there. After
Money
2
was
months,
disbursed to be given to a particular group of persons. And you are telling us that money has been lodged in a bank. That's not what the money was meant for. The banks who donated this money could have left the money in their banks.
Yes, of course.
And
Exactly.
and more suppose that oftentimes people say that the private sector need to come into stuff.
That's what we're saying.
Now
And
they have
and
invested.
these are some of the things.
That's what we're
The
saying.
little drop information
Yes.
so can support the player.
Sorry,
Now,
I have to cut you short there. My producer said he has a video from the sports minister debunking, the rumors that money meant for the Tigers has been spent.
The ministry was waiting for the account numbers of the male basketball players so that money can be sent. These are foreign account numbers. The CBN, it's better to treat all of these accounts in this transfer as a single transfer because of the processes, the documentation, and all of that. And that's what has been ongoing. And just as recent as last week, we just said, let's go ahead and pay the female basketball players. And then whenever the other account numbers come from the male basketball players, then it can be paid from can be paid to them through the CBN. And that's what's ongoing. So the allegation out there is so flagrant and false that ministry officials have shared the money. Where's the evidence? We got evidence to show that from the day that money hit that account up until yesterday and today, not a dime has been moved out of that. They have a secretary general who keeps all the records. The money is with the CBN.
They can't come out and stop.
Of course, we know that the Secretary General, staff of the ministry. So they will not really actually come out and talk to press.
That's what I say. I mean, this is their
just
boss
the
talking.
issue.
So your secretary general can't come and go against you and say no. What the minister said is a lie. So all this is saying, I think, like I keep saying, it's just a face saving. Why did he have to wait for until there's a protest?
No, but according to him, what is if you listen to him in that video, he said that all those basketball to provide their account, and the account is a foreign account.
So how
and
long
because
does
of the,
it
and
take?
because of the process involved, those accounts need to be treated as a
Is
single
there
account,
a
not
big
individual
deal? I mean,
account.
we receive
How
and send
long
money
does it take to send
we
money?
receive
Well,
money
how
from
much-
foreign
how much
accounts
it
as
costs?
in
So I don't know how much
regular.
it
So
takes
it's
to
not
send
a
money.
big deal. It's a normal transaction. It's not a big deal. So, but they say these things as if people who are listening don't even know how these things are done. It's not a big deal to send money to whether a foreign account or not. It's not a big deal.
We just need to go for a short break. When we'll come back, we head straight to the news coming from the camp of Rivers United, Eyimba, Bayelsa United, and also Hamburg is in the news, and also Victor Seme is in the news. Don't go nowhere. Still Sport Topic.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Welcome from National Break. It's still Sports Orbit right here on the Leadership Podcast studio. We head straight to the camp of Rivers United, Imba, and Bayelsa United, due to the fact that they will be, having continental engagement during this weekend. We know that Rivers United will actually battle South Sudan Ahi Elia side on Sunday, while also Eimba is expected to battle a Senegalese side on Saturday. That will be the first competitive match for Afinidi George, who currently is the coach of Eimba at this point in time. Salifu, do you think the likes of Eimba, Bayelsa, and Rivers United can actually put smile to the faces of Nigeria after the disappointing performance from Akwa United, who were the NBBF champions last season in the continent?
Well, just like what you all say, like for instance, Enyimba for instance, I'm not being the judge. But this is a coach that just came. He has been in charge since he came. He has never even played any single competition. He has not had an opportunity to even test the player. Apart from that, they wake up in the morning, they go to the pitch, especially as a training. So he has not really know what and who can give this and give this. And that's what we are talking about. Having the Nigerian league not starting is a disservice to the club in Nigeria, disservice to the Nigerian club playing the continental game. So how can you expect a coach who shows skill just you, whatever his quality, whatever he have not tested? Now he's having a competitive match play against a continental club. And by the time he lose that match now, God forbid, they say that maybe as international he has failed. He has failed.
Sure.
No, it's like you are setting a time. It's like you are setting a time for your own to fail. What is this? What kind of like what is how is it not become impossible for the Nigerian Premier League to start when every other league has on? Okay, the Senegalese are going to play have a very active league playing, and you can so you can't compare yourself who play a player who play week in week out to play. No matter how good you are, keep Messi for 3 months without playing football, feed him against anyone who play, he will struggle.
Definitely.
Struggle to
So
perform.
I pray that it will go on the way of the Akwa United, but I'm not too optimistic that they're going to have a good result against the Senegalese. Because if you are not playing it, there's no magic about it, there's no mastery. Football is about active. If you are not active about it, there's nothing you can do about it.
Alpha, should the fans of Eimba, Rivers United, and Bayelsa United, should they actually go on a 3 days dry fasting?
Well, only if that will help, because I know that, like they say, faith without works is dead, dead on arrival. So, but the truth is, just like Salifu said, you really can't expect someone who has not been playing actively to go out there and get the job done. For me, it will really be a huge surprise. In fact, I'll count it almost like a miracle if they get any result of any kind, maybe a draw or something. Because because even for Finidi, for instance, like Salifu said, you've been appointed to coach a particular team. You haven't really seen your players in action apart from the normal knockabout you do maybe in training session. You haven't really seen your players in action to properly assess them. So how does he even do his team selection on the day? How does he know which player is supposed to deliver? Because he hasn't really tested them. Sometimes training does not really give you, an actual view of what someone can do. Because, for some of us who at least have played the game also, some things you can do on the training pitch, you cannot do it when it's time for the game.
Sometimes you play the coach.
Exactly. So training is not really a match, but a good test. It's something you play with your fellow colleagues. So, of course, even the tackles will be soft and all of that. So you won't really show, all of what you could do. So it's really a tough one for these two teams, I must confess. And I really hope that if they can even come up with a draw, fine. But if they eventually go ahead to win, I'll say, well, they've superseded and gone beyond my expectations. Of course, I'm not really expecting any miracles.
A draw will not solve the solution. You must get a win in between that. Somebody must have made it.
No, definitely. But I'm just saying, if
they can actually not
get
play
a draw,
at home, if they can able to win at home and avoid conceding goals. If they can go away, at least they can sit down and defend from the blast of the whistle to the end of the game,
which is a very difficult way of playing.
But even Mourinho, also have a difficult to defend.
What can they do at this point in time when they have been inactive for a very long time, a period of about 3 getting to 4 months? We have not had our league.
I'm saying even for some of our clubs, sorry to say this, they should even find ways of being innovative. I think there's really nothing wrong in, even if he's doing precision friendly.
You have started some.
But how many matches have they bought?
Even the preceding friendlies cannot be asked.
Just something to keep you busy.
For instance, yes,
Exactly.
It's not really a competition.
No, it's not. You just have to. Yeah, exactly. Something
But
just to
you
keep you
compare that
busy.
to.
You can't.
for instance, like in the past, doing assignment, you are doing assignment. When you are writing, you are reading for exam. The spirit at which you read for exam is different.
Just like even mock, for instance, mock WAEC and the WAEC itself. They are two different ballgames altogether.
Very much.
We should Rivers United and Bayelsa United all the best as they seek their continental engagement for them to progress to the next stage. We know that Imba actually got to the quarterfinal of the CAF Confederations Cup last season, but they couldn't go beyond that. Away from that, we head straight to handball at this point in time. Where about 22 teams are expected to battle for the male and female title that will be actually starting in Abuja, starting from next week, talking about the 20th of October, right there at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium. Last season, actually, we saw adorable angels and also safety shooters emerge, the champions of that particular tournament, and we expected to see them, getting to defend or getting to see new winners in match at the end of the day. It's just going to be a one phase competition like the way we actually saw last season due to the coronavirus. Now, organizers are saying due to the shortest possible time, they are actually going to go for a one leg a season. But Salifu, looking at Ball League, this is the fourth edition of the league so far. How well have we seen Hamburg, getting to thrive in Nigeria so far?
Well, I commend, first of all, let me commend the sponsors for keeping faith in the league, and at the same time, also commending the leadership of the Handball Federation, at the president, in particular, the Sheikh Sebo, who has won the election back, that he has been able to give that league consistently. That is a good kudos, and I hope that we'll be able to get our, we need to be good in very high handball in the 80s, and I hope that what is going on, we'll be able to restore our past growing past. Nigeria used to export handball players to other African countries, go to the Euro. So just like footballers travel, because people may ask, do we also supply players? Yes. We have players in the past who play in other African countries, play in Cote d'Ivoire, play in Egypt and players, and also playing in Europe. But between the 90s and in the million years, those have not been there again because of handball getting through. And with the coming until this present leadership of NBBF came when HF came up, they have been trying to revive the league, and this is the first season of the league. Let's hope that with this consistent and we've done, and we'll have some handball players to revive their game and get restore our loss in the handball. Kudos to the federations and kudos to the sponsors who are going to defeat the league.
Of course, we saw, for the very first time in 26 years, our female team went to the Nations Cup, and they finished around 7th, 8th in that particular one. It was impressive to see them, getting to compete in the continent of Africa once again. But going forward, there have been a whole lot of activities from that particular federation. They have been staging the youth games and also getting to see if they can able to put teams together that will actually represent the country in future tournaments. Away from that, let's head to the news coming from athletics at this point in time, where not athletics, talking about football. Profit from that particular transfer, and also 16 states for the national Pole Para Soccer Championship. Don't go anywhere.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Welcome from that short break to Sports Orbit. We head straight to the news coming from athletics at this point in time, where the elder sister of Blessing Cabaret, talking about the Grace, has come out to say that the sports ministry have not been supportive. They have not actually reached out to Blessing Cabaret after the incident that happened in Tokyo, where she was actually, according to the International Integrity Unit, saying that she was actually, found with substance they're not supposed to be. That is why she was actually kicked out from the Olympic Games. Well, at this point in time, Grace also, she's alleging that the AFN and the sports ministry want Blessing Cabaret to actually, force her to actually admit that she actually took those substances. And at this point in time, it has been, not been actually going well. This was contained in the statement signed by Grace Okagbare to the many lies of the Athletic Federation of Nigeria regarding Blessing Okagbare's Tokyo 2020 Olympic ordeal. Alpha, looking at this story.
I mean, like,
okay, just to get you short, in all effort to actually, reach out to the Secretary General of the AFN, talking about Prince Adisha, about this particular story. Actually, proved abortive. I called him. He actually, picked the call. After explaining all the matter, getting to hear from his own side. At the end of the day, I think rapture happened on his phone. His phone suddenly went off. Couldn't reach him back. But this one time, let's quickly look at the matter.
No, I mean, like they say, success has many parents, but when failure comes in, sets in, it becomes an orphan. I mean, just like we're saying off camera, in the build up to the Olympics, Okagbare was like the poster girl of the LOC. You know, everything was Okagbare this. But the moment she had that issue in Tokyo, it looks like everybody deserted her. Since she's been having this ordeal, for once, the AFN, nor the LOC, nor the Ministry of Sport has not come out to make a statement or to even stand behind her, to even, try to defend her in sort of way. In other climes in this kind of thing, you see the federations will come out stoutly in the defense of their athlete until they get to the end of the matter. But, I mean, like they say, no smoke without fire. What this girl might be alleging could be true. Because, I mean, we haven't seen any moves by the Federation or Ministry of Sport to come out to even try to do anything to clear her name. And that's why she has insisted that she is going to court to prove her case. I mean, because it's been basically more of hearsay, and there's a lot of allegations have been made. And I think I respect her silence in this. She hasn't really made plenty of noise and all that. All she's saying that let's go to court and for me to find redress. And I think that's the proper way to go. But I think it's a big shame that the EFN has not been able to stand by their athlete, who is like the poster girl of athletics, and of course, and when it comes to Olympics in Nigeria at this point in time.
Sorry for you were in Tokyo for the Olympic Games. What was the mood like after the news broke that Blessing Okagbare was found with a bad substance?
What happened there is that immediately after the news broke, just like the Nigerians, and even back home, everybody was shocked because what led to the Olympic. Everybody was hoping, okay, since we are after the incident of the disqualified athlete, and you play to that, and after our medal of athlete, our medal who African countries and the rest that were not giving us medal, all the basket, all the tennis, how the gymnastics, how the so everybody was looking up to the athletics. At least by the time athletics start, we'll be able to get something. All of a sudden, we'll get a shocker that the 10 athletes were being disqualified. And then the next day, the big of all show come when they say Okagbare has been substance has been banned and to be alleged to be doping. But what just like Alpha said, yes, as Stone is still innocent. Until it's proved otherwise. And it's what we just like say, because everyone was done at that time. No, but I don't really know because we're not allowed to get to the game village because we don't have access to the game village. So we don't really know what. Before we do, they say, okay, why have we moved out of the game village and they are traveled out of the Tokyo. So we don't even know either he was escorted out of the Nigerian athlete, but I don't think any officer or no. But one thing that is too obvious and I just like I for accuracy, yes, in other crime, consistent follow-up. Updating Nigeria need to know what is happening to their star athlete. But Okagbare, we like it or not, has done this country proud
She's done
of
very well.
different
Yes,
education.
exactly.
And up to today, until in the next, up
She's
to
still the
today,
queen of
she's
the
still the
track.
queen of the track in Nigeria.
Absolutely.
We don't see any athlete at the moment that is of her class up to today. Even the less of those who are coming up the
they're just coming up.
and
They
even
haven't got to that yet. Exactly.
they are just coming up. They have not get the big part to which Okabari has. This is a lady that has competed at still for Olympic.
Yeah.
That's competing. It's our 4 Olympic. It was banned at the Tokyo was supposed to be our 4th Olympic. And I've seen the lady that has competed at the Commonwealth Games, give you medals and medals. Competed at All Africa Games, give you medals and game medals. Diamond League everywhere. And just like the period of the Olympic, it was just a poster game for an athlete. But that whatever it is, until this proof guilty, we need to be given consistent follow. The only thing news we heard about that he is resisting to be resisting an attempt to be proved or it's not complying. It's not complying. What level of compliance? What level of compliance? So to me, we demand more from the AFN and the ministry to stay with this athlete. Yes, nobody is if he's found guilty.
Of course, Blessing Okabari, she's an experienced athlete. She's around 32, 33. She was actually given a 4-year ban by the Athletics Integrity Unit.
But just like that, but I still say that the IUC Athletic University has not even come out to say anything since that time. According to her, and but unfortunately, there's one attempt to get a ransom from just like we repeatedly for this program to get a ransom from the AFN. Proof about every call put to all of the time that they call. So and these are the kind of thing we are saying. Okay, let us assume so we have not been given a opportunity has been given to you to explain to us why your athlete doesn't. Okay, let them. You can even take that opportunity to even give us some more information about all the effort you have been made, the effort you have been made to save this athlete. All your work that Nigerians may not even know.
At the end of the day, they will still want her to run for Nigeria and win medals. Just so sad.
I get it. By the time if she fought for herself and get clear now, next thing Okabari.
And she's 32, 33. Eventually, God forbid, she get banned for 4 years, and I think she'll be 36, 37, and that will be the end of her career. Just so sad. Just so sad. Away from that, before we close the show, Lille, French League One club Lille, actually made about 47.6 million euros with the sales of Victor Osimhen to Napoli in 2020. That is a whole lot of money. You know that Napoli actually signed Victor Osimhen for 70 million euros with the add-on of 10 million euros in the bonuses. He's only an Nigerian player in the list of the biggest profit on the global level in the last 12 months, according to Jasper Market. He is ranked in 30th place in the world. The likes of Manchester City, Real Mahrez, Arsenal, Nicola Pepe, Aubameyang also had more profit for their respective European teams. Our last story is about 16 states for the 2021 National Para Soccer Championship that will be coming up in Abuja around 19 to 24 of October, right there at the old parade grounds, where we are going to be seeing a whole lot of disabled athletes getting to participate, because there's a saying that says there is ability in this ability. Quickly, Khalifu, let's get your final closing statement on the show today.
Now, the para soccer, I think this is one of the sports that we are even. It's one of this is Nigeria better sport, and
it is in the 9th edition.
And at the same time, we are even conversing about that Nigerian sport, Nigeria should push for that. Even though we are not even included in the Olympic, it should be. It's supposed to be one of the para sport in Olympic. And maybe this has come with this that maybe because it's coming from Africa but at least they need to make effort to even get it into the All Africa game. All Africa game first.
From there, they can actually know.
Because you need to watch those guys. You need to watch those guys. Very marvelous and very lovely game to watch when you see them play.
Very, very interesting. I've seen a couple of games in the past while. Alpha.
I mean, next one. I've watched a couple of soccer games myself, a couple of times back in the day. So, like Salifu rightly said, I mean, this kind of thing seems it's quite
We
popular
don't
here
even
in
have
Nigeria.
it in the National Sports Festival.
That's what you can even imagine that. So let's even start from there before even taking it to the All African Games, before we even start talking about the Olympics. So I think, as a matter of policy, it should even be in the National Sports Festival, first of all, at least to give an opportunity to this set of athletes to at least be able
I think
to compete.
it was competed in at the 12th All African National Sports Festival.
Yeah, but it hasn't been consistent. You know what I'm saying? It should
last one in
not
Abuja.
Yeah, so it should be a situation where if you are coming for the game, it should be one of the sports that should be maybe like compulsory,
But
just to give an opportunity.
something that sometimes like the host state or the host city always begin at the discretion to choose which sport to compete.
No, but it shouldn't be
No,
like
no,
that.
of course.
You know,
the
you know, the All African
the
game
para
also,
soccer,
you
the
know,
para
the All
soccer
African
is not
So-
really. You don't really need a picture for a para soccer.
Exactly.
You
But
just need where they're playing the
That's
tennis.
Yeah,
or
but
where
once
they're
that,
playing the
sometimes
volleyball.
most of those hosts, particularly one that discover that they are not strength in short sport.
They don't want to host the game so that.
sport.
Of course, that is another twist to the story in that particular one. But this is where we draw the curtain for sports orbit for today. We'll actually make a return bigger and better tomorrow with another fresh edition. That's been nice, talking sports with Salifu Usman and Alpha. Of course, our viewers make a return with us sometimes tomorrow for sports orbit. My name is Olawale Ayeni. I'm saying bye bye for now. God bless.